it's Cricket from the Coat Hangers, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
7. What suit? Diamonds. No, wait. Hearts. Oh my God, 7 of hearts. You're right. Hey, Ash, I guessed the card right.
Yeah, truly amazing.
I don't know, but I think it's really some sort of extra sense or something. You know, like ESP. Okay, try this. Okay, it's 7. I don't believe it. Queen of Spades. 4 of hearts. 8 of spades. 2 of spades. Jack of diamonds. Jack of clubs.
From our ancient slumbers. You are back. The heavens before you. One by one we will take
you. Hey there, guys. We are your hosts, the Swann and James Warney. This is called Drop the Mic, a San Diego podcast. This is episode 56, and we're calling this one simply
Groovy.
Nice.
That's right. And we got our buddy Admiral Atlas, aka Vic, in the house for the very first time to talk about a little film from the 80s called The Evil Dead.
How's it going?
Thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you for having me, finally, dude.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for months and months, and you've contributed so much indirectly. Mm-hmm. It's insane. You've done so much for us, and you make us sound so good. So it's going to be fun to chat with you face to face for the first time. But so before we get into our usual news, let's give you the floor and let you introduce yourself a little bit.
Oh, what? All right. So I've been doing music for probably, I don't know, since I was 15, 16 years old.
Okay.
I started off playing bass, worked my way over to playing like piano and messing with samples. And then I was telling you earlier, pretty much started playing with like the Xbox Music Generator. But over time I just started doing more music, collabs with people, and when I met you and I heard you started doing the show and stuff, dude, I was like, hell yeah, dude, because I haven't heard a lot of different things like that, you know, especially coming from San Diego. But yeah, dude, I'm happy to be here, part of the show, and I go by DJ Admiral Atlas. You can find me on SoundCloud.
Yeah, look him up on SoundCloud. He has a bunch of crazy stuff on there.
Yeah, and Instagram. But yeah, dude, I'm happy to be here.
For sure.
Nice.
And then we'll jump into our first segment then?
Let's do it.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
Who wants to go first? Do you want to go first, Vic?
What? It's so weird hearing that.
That voice sounds so familiar.
Okay, so I don't have too much news, but I'll just read off my list because it's something I was putting together earlier. I mean, I'm a huge Disney fan. I love Disney stuff.
Yeah.
So I was reading that Tim Burton's going to be doing a live-action Dumbo film. So, I mean, we were talking about this earlier. I'm excited for it. I really want to see what it's all about, but it looks pretty cool. It's like it has that Alice in Wonderland feel that he's done. I don't know any specific dates when it's supposed to come out, but I mean, it's just something that I read about.
So has he released like images and stuff?
Yeah, he released an image. I forget what con earlier this past week or over the weekend.
CinemaCon was this week.
Yeah, CinemaCon, that's what it was. But he released a picture of it, and it's just a still, and it's of Dumbo. It's just just the actual little Dumbo elephant.
That's so cool.
It looks pretty cool. It looks like the stuff from Alice in Wonderland, so I'm excited about that. I don't know if you guys are too into this, but Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. Yeah, I read somewhere that he's going to be doing a movie called Moose, starring John Travolta. So it's going to be about this crazy obsessed fan that's obsessed with Fred Durst during the time he was in Limp Bizkit or whatever, and he's going to be playing the obsessed fan. So John Travolta is part of that. It's called Moose. Again, I don't know when it's supposed to be coming out, but he's actually filming it right now. I've seen a couple stills for it. He looks like a psycho fan that's obsessed.
Wait. So let me get this straight. He's playing the psycho fan that's supposed to be obsessed with him?
With Fred Durst, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, when I first heard it, I was like, what the hell, Fred Durst and John Travolta? I thought he was going to be playing him like in a biopic or something, but then I read more into it, and he's playing like an obsessed fan, but...
So where does John Travolta play in the film?
He's the actual crazy guy that's obsessed with Fred Durst.
Really?
Yeah. So and he's directing them or whatever. But I don't know, man. It looks pretty weird, but funny at the same time. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. That's the word. Oh. And then I just checked out the new Venom trailer. Yeah. I thought it was pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. Can I say fucking?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, sir.
Just joking. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Tom Hardy looks pretty fucking brutal in that shit, and the whole aura, the whole vibe of it looks pretty like brutal. So I'm interested. I didn't really like the whole Topher Grace thing.
I don't think anybody did.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all my news for now.
That's like the worst, like the most epic miscast in the history of cinema.
Yeah.
Like, why? Because Brock, everybody knows Brock is supposed to be like this, this kind of like weird jock dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Like Topher
borderline
Grace
bully a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he won't back down. Like, what?
And he fits that casting perfectly in this new Venom, which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually depend on you for my news, man. So,
yeah. Okay.
Serious. So,
man,
the floor is yours, man.
Okay. So yeah, I want to piggyback off of that Venom news because I think the same day earlier, like a 8-second clip was leaked and some stills. Yep. And I think Sony releasing this was their way of kind of getting ahead of too many people seeing this, like a shitty version of it. It was kind of grainy when you watch the trailer on YouTube.
Yeah, because we talked about it. We were messaging each other right when the leak happened, or very soon after.
30 minutes or something after it happened.
And you were like, "Wait, what? There's a video?"
Yeah.
Hey, Drew. And so I thought that was. I think that was a good thing that they were like, oh shit, like people have seen this, let's drop it right now.
Yeah, I think that's what they did with Suicide Squad also. Yeah. When the trailer got leaked.
Was it Suicide Squad?
Because there was a trailer that got leaked, and I didn't want to watch it, and then I looked it up on YouTube, and then there was the official release.
Oh, and Infinity.
I think it was like the same day.
Infinity War 2, I think, or one of those movies.
But yeah, what else do we have? Steven Spielberg is set to produce a Warner Brothers / DC Comics movie that centers around DC Comics Blackhawks, which is a group of fighter pilots that, like really skilled fighter pilots that basically take on the Nazis during World War II. Oh. And it's going to take place during World War II. That's what, at least that's what everything is. The news generating from this movie is saying about it. And what else? He has the option to. He's going to be producing it, but he also has the option to direct if he wants to. And so he's nothing is set in stone right now, but he is the guy that they want to direct this. And I think that's pretty cool that Spielberg is kind of jumping into the superhero-ish world.
Which is funny because not too long ago, maybe a couple years ago, he had said that he thinks that superhero movies are just a fad and they're nothing more than like what the westerns were years ago.
Yeah.
That they're going to come and go and not be around yet. Yeah.
Spielberg?
Yeah.
Pretty brutal. But I mean, I could see it, you know. He's been around for so long. He's like, oh, these are just big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a big money grab, too. I mean, But this is not this group of people. They're not super powered or anything like that. But they are around in this superhero universe. They know of like Wonder Woman and the guy from Wonder Woman, the first movie, Saeed, I think his name is, the guy with like the little red cap.
Oh yeah.
He plays one of the Blackhawks in the movie, and he's been pretty active on Twitter, I guess, about posting like stills from like comic books and stuff, and then his character from the movie and how similar they look. So I think that's pretty cool. He's pretty active in that.
Cool.
And what else do we have? Oh, there was a teaser for the sequel of the 2015 Goosebumps, which I guess is kind of interesting if you're into that movie, the first one.
Yeah, that was part of my news.
Okay,
but
yeah,
no, it's cool.
But it's just Slappy saying that he's coming to a theater near you in October, so I think that's pretty cool. And the movie's titled, what is it titled? Haunted Halloween.
Damn, you stole it.
What else do I have? David F. Sandberg, who is directing Shazam. He at CinemaCon, he during the Warner Brothers presentation, he promised an approach to the DC film that the entire family can enjoy. So it's kind of a movie for everybody, not just kids.
Sandberg did Annabelle, right? Creation.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
That's why everyone was kind of surprised that he took on this movie.
Well, I mean, why not? I feel he probably did Annabelle so he could get a shot like this.
Yeah. And James Wan is directing Aquaman. And then some people believe this is kind of signaling a new approach to the future DC films. But yeah, so this is some people think this is kind of signaling a new approach to future DC films altogether. Kind of a movie that is not so dark like the last 3 or 4 have been. More so that everyone can enjoy, I guess. Kind of like somewhat in the Marvel way, how they're doing it, how everyone can enjoy it, no matter who you are.
I think they need to ride that line of like Wonder Woman, since Wonder Woman was so well received, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like that happy medium of dark and light. Like there's enough light for people to be like, oh, I can take my kids for this.
Oh yeah. What else do I have? So you probably have this in your news, but this is some troubling news from the Halloween movie. Did you hear about that?
No.
So I guess they're Horror Freak News. That's the people who put out this article. They had a screening for the Halloween.
Yeah.
And let's see. The testing was getting fair to poor reviews when they would ask you, like the viewers leaving the theater, like, what did you think of it? It was either it was okay or like it was shitty.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying the ending was unsatisfying, being the last Halloween movie that's supposed to be made.
Well, I read something that'll I guess a rebuttal to that is that initially they wanted this to be the end. Jamie Lee Curtis signed on thinking that this was going to be the end, but the producers at the last second backed out, and now so whatever ending is in there is probably trying to keep him going because I guess they don't want they want to make more movies with him. Like they ended it in a way where they could bring him back. I guess so. Maybe that's why people are upset.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying that they feel that this movie is aimed at a modern horror fans who enjoy films like The Purge and the Sinister franchise. So, and not actually the fans of Halloween's roots. I don't buy that. Dude. That's what an article just came. It just came out today, I think, earlier today, and that's what maybe Trouble in Paradise. I don't know.
Yeah, but the whole point of John Carpenter being on it, and
that's what people are so upset about because they felt like originals are coming back. It's going to be so close to what people fell in love with, and people
maybe
kind of
that's
feel
the point is to not to do maybe
to be different.
it's something to be
get a different like fan base or something, or
a lot of people
like how Last Jedi broke a lot of rules, and that's why people hate it.
Exactly.
That's what this is doing. I don't know.
I mean, but we only time will tell until that movie comes out or early screening or something. But that's some pretty bad test screenings